Hi everyone, I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. It's great to have you here with me, and welcome to my Love Sun Sign series, and welcome to the last day of July. Today's July 31st, 2020. So what I've been doing, for those that are new, just a short intro, I like to pick two sun signs and then I discuss that particular connection and a little bit about each one, and then I love to do your reading for today and then onward, because it can absolutely move forward. It doesn't stop with the specific time frame, right? That doesn't work in the spiritual, mystical aspects of energy. So I will be reading from the tarot, and my oracle messages, my spirit guides always come through. And this whole week has been dedicated to the same sun signs that connect together. This is a very common occurrence. I've had it happen in my life. So what I'm going to do is just pick one dice, because whatever it falls on is going to be what the combination is in connection and attraction, which is the same sign. So hope that makes sense. Anyway, hopefully I won't make a repeat. Virgos, two Virgos. Virgo. Let me double check for sure. I wrote everything down. Nope, we have not had two Virgos. That is awesome. Now, I definitely want to make it very clear that this is just the sun sign. The sun sign, for those that certainly know and those that are new and just learning about astrology and yourself and the people you love and connect with. The sun sign is our sign that represents our personality. That's our first impression kind of thing. That is the illumination the sun gives us. It's our birthday months. Because there's usually 2 months that involve each sign. The whole world gets to feel that energy during that specific month. It's a magical time for each individual sign. And it definitely, once again, represents our ego and the things that we really like, the things that we choose to do, the people we choose to be around. It's more surfacey in a way. When you think of your chart at birth is your blueprint with 12 different planets, and each one having a different sign. A lot of times there's repeat signs, but the sun sign is just 1/12 of that. So it's important, but just letting you know, there's way more to you than that. So we're doing the sun sign series now. I may do other things. I don't know where I'll go, but I plan on evolving and listening to requests. So always feel free, if you have a specific connection, love connection you'd like me to read for, as opposed to a random thing I like to do. Or any kind of communication or comments are always welcome. So let us talk about Virgo. I do have a request I start around the astrology wheel just to keep it more streamlined with the one sign, and then I randomly pick the other. So tomorrow's going to be starting August 1st. I'll be doing Aries and Virgo for one of my devoted and loyal viewers that I greatly appreciate. But right now we're doing Virgo. So Virgos are an earth sign. Virgos are an earth element. There are 4 elements in the world, and that's what helps make the world work. And each one brings something special into the world, but very different. So right off the bat, when you have 2 of the same element and same sign together, there's going to be an attraction. You're going to recognize something. You're going to go like, I like that too, or I like to go those places as well, and I feel that way about the people and interests that I like to work with, and so forth. It's just this common understanding and pull that feels good. It feels right. It's similar. And then, of course, you get to know the person and you find out way more about them in time, because their moon, their ascendant sign, their Venus, and their Mercury, hugely important for your relationships. That's going to bring more to the table, if you will, as to why you are together. Now, the interesting thing too is that, a lot of times the same sun signs are together in all different types of love relationships and connections, friendships and what have you. Because of that fact, they like the fact that they have something in common. It's easier, right? At the same time, it's very interesting because a lot of times that's what repels people from each other, because they're too much alike. So it can go either way, and I've seen this to be true. But let's talk about the positive. So Virgos in particular, now they are extreme. Well, they're the virgin of the zodiac, okay? They are the earth sign that is ruled by Mercury, as is Gemini. So they are very analytical, very intelligent. They will delve into any subject and they will dissect it and they will look into every aspect of it thoroughly and completely, and they will be the master at what they choose to study or become interested in. Most of the time, I have known earth signs in general to be very, very diligent in what they do, in their work. I would say out of the 3 earth signs, Virgo is going to be, not always, it depends on, once again, the other elements and the other signs that might change that. But for the most part, they can be quite perfectionists. They like things done very well. They're not going to do it haphazardly. They will, once again, study and find new things about a specific topic or career or person that most people would have just been okay with. Oh yeah, that's true. Nope. They want to know even more. They're going to go deep. And they do that with themselves as well. They are very, very critical of themselves at times. They want to be the best they can be. They are workaholics a lot of times. They will be the last one at their job site, and they're going to excel in what it is they're doing. They are determined. And that's pretty awesome, because I know that with many Virgos I've been around in my life, they are so knowledgeable. I know that I can trust what they're telling me because they have not only discovered and found out for themselves, but they have great contacts in the right people and reliable sources that they have made sure are, proper sources. And so you can always feel comfortable with information. A lot of times, let's say they're doctors or, they tend to be in fields where they're helping others also. They're very big on that. They're nurses and a lot of, situations and careers where they're actually, once again, helping humanity. Okay, so as a whole, but obviously diverse careers as well. But I have found a lot of people in nursing and doctors and chiropractors in the service of helping. They're going to be the best. You're in amazingly good hands with Virgos. Doesn't matter the gender. They are a mutable sign, so as is Gemini. So you've got this ability to adapt. And that's interesting because a lot of earth signs are slow to change. They're quite methodical. They're grounded. They're, maybe a little slower in proceeding, but they're more thorough. It's more permanent that way. They don't have to go back and backtrack because they got the smarts that way, right? And they're not impulsive, and they don't feel the need to rush. They absolutely care about their security. Money is very important to them, and they're going to make sure that they have enough, not just for today, but in the future. They will know way ahead of time exactly how to reach that destiny. The smart money management type of thing. You can always rely on a Virgo to have a great sense of organization. They absolutely are going to be that reliable friend who usually has their act together. So they're going to be somebody you can count on, you can trust, you can ask, like I said, questions about a specific topic that they know about. You can be sure you're going to get the proper answer. And if you don't, they're going to find out for you, and then they'll get back to you. So yeah, there's a beautiful, natural, kind of grounded, loving energy with them. They don't like to be mistaken about things, though. Like I said, they are hard on themselves. If they find out that they were wrong about something, they're going to beat themselves up. But they also will rectify it, and make sure that it's corrected, which is also a very awesome, kind of grounded, proper thing to do, right? These are good people. I can't really say anything about them in my own opinion and from what I've read. yeah, they can be stubborn. That is a sign of earth signs. Think about it. The element is pretty steadfast, right? It's ground, it's earth, it's stability, it's hopefully, right? And it's that kind of methodical, persistent, slow but steady, wins the race kind of, energy. And so yeah, these two together, they're pretty much unstoppable. Now, I would imagine that they would certainly pencil in time for themselves because they're both going to be hardworking. And it would be great if the two of them had a business together so that they could at least, during the lunch break, be like, "Hi, how you doing over there?" Because they get really involved, and they're kind of reserved and removed, and they love though. Do not think for a moment they don't. Even if they're not outwardly expressing it, it's deep within them, and there's that passionate, beautiful, natural, grounded love that they have, and it is going to last. When they make that decision, they're definitely in it for the long run, and I think that's beautiful for the two of you. And also, once again, just knowing that this person that you are connecting with, because you have the similar morals and attitudes about that security that's necessary, not being frivolous, not thinking, oh my gosh, what are they spending that on now and what's going on? No, I think you're both right in tune with that, unless you have other planets that are the type that like to spend without even thinking about it, right? Which is why I always say it'd be great to have the one partner that might be kind of just extravagant to the max. I can name a couple of signs, but I won't. And then have that beautiful Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn Earth grounded, like, okay, let's be sensible about this. Okay, let's not go crazy, because I'm thinking about 10 years from now, you're thinking about this moment. And that's a beautiful thing. So this is a great friendship. They are, like I said, very, very eager and willing to help others. And you have a really beautiful relationship when you work things through and you both are determined to allow each other to do the things that you want to do, working out and listening and not being too stubborn about, who has to be right or wrong, and but that's in every relationship, right? So communication is important, and I think it's very important to the two of you, actually. This is a beautiful beautiful energy, and like I said, hardworking, so kudos to you. But I think that's it. I do want to say that I think that's it. I think it's funny too, because I've done a couple of fire signs this week. Well, I did Libra, 2 fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer, Pisces. You're the first, I don't believe I did a Taurus. No, but you're the first Earth. So I like that a lot. And we've had a lot of Earth energy this year with Capricorn. And that is that's a very easy and complementary energy for you, even with everything that's going on. Now I'm going to read to you your specific reading for today, like I said, and it's going to be under 4 major categories, and I think they're important ones in our lives. I'll explain them as we go along. I'm using my cat Tarot because we are in Leo season, so if you're feeling a little more fired up than you normally are, there's a really good reason for it, and it will continue. And I'll express a little bit about that as I'm laying these cards out as well. But yeah, so we had Leo season, which is all about, Leo is ruled by the sun. So that's that energy, that ego, that here I am, beating your chest, this dignified, proud kind of energy, and contagious, They're, speaking of extravagant, oh my gosh, they are going to give and give and give. And they may not necessarily have it, but they're going to do it anyway. But a lot of Virgos and Leos tend to be together because of what I mentioned. There's the balance of, the opportunity for the Virgo to kind of bring them back down to earth. But that's another reading. So we have, for the foundation and the basic kind of catalyst card that brought you to this reading, the Page of Swords. This is interesting because there's repeats that are coming up, but the readings have been beautiful with this new change of energy, this vitality that's coming out, this desire to have fun and be sociable. And I know that Virgos are perfectly content being at home and the two of you just like doing your thing. But you can also go out and enjoy nature and do the camping in safe places, I think. I know they were opening up. Nature means a lot to the two of you. And certainly even in your backyard and gardening and that sort of thing. More so than other signs. That's an attribute for the earth element as well. Good cooks, care a lot about your bodies, care about getting the important, things that are going to keep you feeling the best you can during times of stress. That's an innate part to you too, so I do want to bring that up. And you will study and make sure that you are understanding that to the best of your ability to keep yourself and others healthy. So the Page of Swords is this element of air, which is the Libra, Aquarians, and Geminis. We do have a lot of the planets moving forward again because there was that huge retrograde season we all were experiencing between, well, certainly basically all of the latter part of June and July, and still the outer planets, the big heavy ones that move slower and don't affect us quite as much. They'll continue to retrograde for the next couple months and onward, maybe even through November. The other ones that are more personal and definitely that we feel, those have gone forward. Mercury went forward. Thank goodness. Communication was a little confusing. That's what these swords represent too. The air signs, they represent our thoughts, how we speak. The confusion was rampant in the world, in our communications with our connections, and just the stresses and the misunderstandings and the contradictions are pretty obvious to a lot of people in this time. So that's all changing. And there was so much emotion because we had the three eclipses in a row. There's usually two. We had three. So we had the Sagittarius full moon, the new moon in Cancer, all about our feelings and our families and our love and our capacity to love and express it. And it was being stinted, and it was kind of being stalled and whatnot, and all of that opened up, and I felt it instantly. So that's good news for you and everybody. But so you have the Page, which is kind of new. It's that fresh energy. Whenever it's the Pages, it's youthful. It might be conversations that you've been just starting to have in the last week or so with this new feeling, with these new drives, with this sense of energy. Mars went into Aries. That'll be there for 6 months. It's really about this passionate kind of part that's been held back, but it can't be held back anymore. We just have to be careful not to lose our tempers and to recognize in the outside world that there's a lot of that happening. I know you know what I'm speaking of. It's so true to the astrology right now. But you can handle that. You can be calm. You would probably be the connection that would help others to be calm because you're very capable of that. And certainly with each other, if you've had some difficulties in talking, not that the Page of Swords is saying that at all. It's actually speaking about new information that's going to be good, and it could have to do with money. It could have to do with love. Venus went forward in Gemini. It was in retrograde. That's all about love, all about money, all about our relationships, our sexual attractions. And with Mars in Aries, there's going to be some fire happening now too in all areas, if you know what I'm saying. I like that. I like it a lot. I like talking about it, and I think it's really, truly happening. So that's your foundation. And now we've got your first card, which is your overall energy for today. Just going into August, right? You have the Ace of Swords. I have to take a look really quick because I still keep seeing new ones. These are so cute. I do the same thing to my new kitten I got. Clipping the old claws. Ace of Swords is the beginning, once again. It is also the air element. So that's 2 for you so far. It is about new money. It is about new cycle. It is about new opportunities, possibly new job, new locations, new information. Okay, anytime it's an ace, but it's a positive, it's the beginning, it's starting well, it's feeling well, All the air elements want to have justice and fairness and be able to speak their minds and be heard. And there's much more clarity in conversation than there has been. And I absolutely love this. And I've actually experienced that. I'm so happy to say that to all of my viewers. Please don't give up, because I have been waiting for 4.5 months. I had to stop my job as a massage therapist, still waiting to go back. And I have had situations that we all know about with EDD. And today it came through, everybody. Namaste, man. Unbelievable. You have to let go, you have to release, but it's not easy. Even when you work at it every moment, it's kind of there, right? Whew. So don't give up. You will be hearing information if you haven't already. It's absolutely going to happen. Please let me know if you choose to do so. I am excited and would love to hear that. And so the next category is under the category of possible blessings or obstacles, right? And I always say blessings can become, or obstacles can become our blessings many times in, retrospect. Well, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Honestly, this is all about you. You're in your energy. You understand the necessary aspects of working hard to protect, secure, and have that manifestation of physical form, right? The ground, the earth, the sustenance. 8 is about power. It's about manifestation, and you've got that coming in, boy. And it has to do with the change of heart, the cycle, the new season, the powerful, fiery, kind of passionate, active energy, putting things in motion. This is beautiful. It feels really, really good. It's pretty too. Yeah, you're playing with it. You're thinking more and more, what else can I do? How can I improve here? You've had time to think, but a lot of the times I'm thinking, well, a good amount of people I know have been working this whole time, and more than they were, right? So all along you've been formulating these thoughts and these ideas, and if there have been some setbacks and, pauses, which of course I can totally relate to and understand, that's absolutely changing, and you never lost sight of that. Because you do not give up. You're very persistent, and you will reach your goal, and you're willing to take the time and be patient, which is a beautiful attribute. Wow, and then the next category is the category of love, and you have another sword. But it's the King of Swords because it's real, and it's passionate, and it's truthful, and it's about, once again, being fair to each other, listening to each other, thinking with each other, coming up and creating ideas. It's creative energy. It's stable energy, and it's beautiful. So I feel like any times that you've had this absence of communication that, like I said, I think has been a very strong theme in the last few months, it's definitely stronger now. You're willing to give each other more time and attention. You certainly want to improve anything that may have been, held back. You're lifting up. You're feeling more ambitious and inspired. And the love is strong. It's beautiful. And let's just say it's not the two of you together, this connection. You clearly know or have people that are either Libra, Aquarians, or Geminis in your life, because this is like the third sword. It could be your children. It could be your parents. Families are been held apart during this time, but they've also been brought together more as well. So, and you're very good about wanting to accommodate and open your hearts and your homes to your close one, your loved ones, and being safe and helping. And there's a lot. So this is beautiful for you. The King is the mature energy, it's not this beginning stuff. It's not the youthfulness of the Page, which is kind of cool because that reminds us about being youthful, remembering our childlike side, having fun, trying to get into that mood as much as you can. And, whatever that is for you, but do it together. Go on a little staycay, get out in the fresh air, which you need and love. There are places you can do that safely. And interestingly enough, the next category is under the category of finances. So you have the Hermit. The Hermit is, once again, it's Virgo. It's all about you. This represents Virgo. Wow, you are so strong in your energy. And that's a confidence I'm feeling. It's a power. But the Hermit's about knowing exactly who you are inside, knowing your highest power. Your source is a connection that's always there, asking if you need to, taking your stillness to the next level, and listening to guidance, because you know it'll always be there, like anytime you want it to be, particularly in the silence. This is divine guidance in addition to your own natural capability of knowing. It's about retreat, which we've certainly been doing, and I'm sure you have allowed yourself to do whenever possible. And if not, to continue to do so. But it's about understanding exactly what you need to do with your finances. You've already got that secure. You've probably had it way before a lot of us. You might be an amazing financial advisor, and I would say that would be a very popular, common, understandable career for a lot of Virgos. Helping people out, man. Showing them the right thing to invest in right now. And it's not like it's something I could learn too, but I mean, you know, people like invest, I don't know. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, strong, clear communicative energy with the King of Swords about your money. Powerful, beautiful. Like I said, see, this is a wonderful reading. And it's totally deserved. We all need it, and we have to wait in life. And it's not to say that everything's just going to be great and perfect again. Of course not. But I think we're able to accept it more now. I think we're able to really kind of decipher for ourselves, like the Hermit, what the choices are that are going to be best for you. And that in turn is good for everybody, really. So I feel positive about this. I think it's beautiful. Let us move on to the next three oracle divinations I love so much. I switch off and I would love to buy more, and I would like to do that, and I hope to do that. But these are my favorites and I love them. The first one is the Money and the Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. You know, all about that beautiful entity and information that comes to us. How are we feeling about our money? What are our belief systems about it? What are we doing to keep it from coming in? How are we blocking it? What were our patterns and thoughts about it? And change it. You know, I honestly have followed this beautiful entity because that's what Abraham is. It's just the information that comes from source to all of us through Esther. And it just gives us this incredible new insight and upliftment that's necessary. The next is your card about, oh, I love it. A lot of greens here, a lot of heart, money. And that is your super attractor manifestation card I'll read to you. And last but not least, your special healing with the angel guidance card. Our angels are always there. Our guides are there. Whatever you choose to believe, just call on them. Go introspectively and let them give you some signs and some answers, because they will absolutely come. That's so perfect. Thank you, Spirit. So your beautiful money and the law of attraction, first of all, is number 22. 22 is a master number. It becomes 4, and 4 is all about stability. It's those 4 walls, those that's security once again. You know, the security. I don't know, just knowing that we are safe and protected and stable, and the foundation is there for us, and we can grow and build upon it. 4 of Wands is about family and love and protection. So the subject of money is really 2 subjects, is what it's saying. The subject of money is really 2 subjects. Money is 1, plenty of money. 2, absence of money, not nearly enough money. Often people assume that because they are speaking the words, I want more money, they are speaking positively about more money. When you are feeling fear or discomfort as you speak, you are not speaking of the subject of money. You are speaking of the subject of not enough money. And the difference is very important because the first subject brings money and the second holds it away. And that's what I'm speaking of. What we say in our minds, even if it's not out loud, what we say out loud, we can push things away and we never mean to. Maybe sometimes people do, but I believe for the most part, we don't. It's how we're wording it, and that's what we're bringing into our existence, right? Into tangible, manifestation. I love this message. I haven't read this in the last month or so. I'm just grateful, and that's specifically for you. And once again, you get that, you understand money, but if for any reason you were thinking otherwise, that's there to help you and just kind of give you that extra confirmation of what you can do to add to the importance and abundance in the manifestations you can create. So then you have the Super Attractor Manifestation card, and it's so beautiful. It's feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. Wow, you know what? Yes, I've been reading these, and yes, feeling good obviously makes us feel good, but how long are we allowing that to happen? How long are we allowing the good feeling to stay? With a lot of the difficulties that all of us experience, myself included, it has worn away and really tested me during this time, which I appreciate, I recognize. But boy, when I'm just feeling good, I just don't even really want to focus on anything but that, because right now, to wake up healthy is the most I could possibly ask for, And it's been happening, so I always feel extremely good about that, and I love that message for you. Just as a mantra to just remind ourselves. It's beautiful. So yeah, that's just for you. And then last but not least, which is so perfect and synchronistic, is your angel guide card, and it is divine guidance, because you've got it. Whenever you want it, like I said, it's there. And it shows a beautiful star, just keeping our sights on our dreams and never letting go, regardless of the challenges that will come our way, because they will. Always get through them. One way or another, there's a solution. And so I see this, and I think in the recent few nights, I've really been looking up. We're almost going to have a full moon on August 3rd. So I'm feeling the effects of that, but I looked and I saw it, and when you look up, you just recognize the vastness and the power that we all experience, that we all as a collective can feel, and to send out love and to send out inspiration and upliftment is so beautiful. But you are definitely divinely guided. And I love that you would stop in on my channel. If you liked it, please do subscribe. That would be beautiful. This will be eventually what I do solely. It is my passion. I can't think of anything more interesting to me than to recognize throughout the last over 40 years the love between people, the relationships. It is a study that I have just never ever felt I've learned enough about. But in time, you start to see the understanding and more about people and circumstances and the human psyche and race, and astrology affiliation is just so beautiful. So I hope I've helped you and kind of, guided you. And if you're well into this, far more than myself even, that you resonate and you're feeling, the like-minded kind of energy for yourself. So thank you again, and really, truly take good care of yourself. I look forward to reading for your sign again next month, so come on back and see it. And in the meantime, thank you so much. Bye for now.